What's going on, everybody? Anthony here from 9 to 5 FX, and this is my weekly analysis for August 12th. Some interesting things happening with the dollar. Another interesting level for GBPJPY. I'm going to go ahead and start with the dollar. So again, my sentiment has always been, well, for a while now, has been bearish on the dollar. I had this double top forming right here. It looks like it kind of spiked through. This could be similar to like a Wyckoff spike where it comes back and retests the structure and then abruptly turns away. So this could be a Wyckoff spring. This looked like a fake out. I believe this was around the day the interest rates dropped. So all this movement is kind of fundamental these 2 days. So I would definitely look at that as just a blip on the radar, a blip on the charts, and try to ignore it. This is the level that was respected. It's coming back down through here. This was also just a gap open. Looking in on the H4, it looks like it's going to be kind of in a continuation pattern for at least another day, maybe another trading session tomorrow. This would explain why gold was in such a long-term consolidation, as well as USDCHF. It's kind of in a similar continuation pattern right here. So anyway, long-term still short on the dollar. Looking for this. This is a daily trend line, actually. Looking for that to break through. This was, again, a glitch, so try to ignore that. We should see a break past here once it gets to the 97.2 level. And that's when you're going to look for USDCHF to start falling and gold to continue rising. Something interesting on USD Swiss. Um, if you're familiar with continuation patterns, this one's kind of a little bit far-fetched, but get a big move down and then somewhat of a wedge here on the weekly. This is going back to 2011, obviously, but could be a big move down. Swiss it's very neutral, so I don't see it really getting involved with any fundamentals in the near future. So it's probably going to stay solid while the dollar just crumbles. Looking on the daily, it's actually at a previous support level. It broke through today. There's also some indication here. You can wait for the pullback after this one. You can wait right here for a retrace of about 38.2 or 61.8. You might get it back to this level. If not, you can look for shorts after this day. Was actually on this day, I think. Yeah, after this day. So yeah, you probably have to just get back in right here. Looking on the 4-hour, let's see. Yeah, looking on the 4-hour, I would look for shorts somewhere around here. Keep your eye on your CCI and see if it breaks past the 100. If it does, start looking to change your sentiment. But if it just kind of pulls up here and continues on down, continuously making new lows, you can take a sell if it doesn't reach back in this area. So short on USDCHF targets. My first target, and I'm looking on the daily right now. Yeah, one of my first targets would be this area here of 965. Let's make this 965. That's what I'll first look at. Again, that's if I'm getting a entry somewhere around here. Just keep your eye open. If not, we can see moves back up past this trend line. If this trend line isn't respected, we can see moves up to here as well. Again, remember that's a 38.2 retracement at the least. You might even, yeah, could be up to this area. So looking at GBPJPY, another very interesting move. You can see on the daily, there's a doji forming at this significant weekly level. I want to show you guys just a quick way to get in on entries at these extreme lows if they do happen. You want to have the lowest risk you possibly can. So that's going to mean taking trades as low as you possibly can into this zone that you have. I had to draw this zone off the weekly because there's no other structure here besides this one. So this zone is drawn, and let's see, I'm looking for the buy signal in this. So looking for a buy signal in here, I would look for the first move past this CCI. So right here, I look for this day, draw a fib, look for the retracement to that day, and try to get in at 38 right there. So try to get in at this level if you miss getting in right here, obviously. So same thing on the weekly right now, or on the daily right now with GBPJPY. I have another trend line on the daily, this one here, this purple one. Also have one on the 4 hour. That would be a confirmation for me. I break past the trend line across at the EMAs. Missed the entry here. This could have been used as an entry as well. But right now, I would just try to at least place some buy limits around here if you see price forming a reversal pattern. But just be patient. Wait for your indications. It's definitely something like a trend line break would be the first one. And then just look for on the lower time frames reversal patterns and go from there. But I am long on GBP JPY for the short term. I think it's definitely in need of a retracement, possibly to retest this trend line. It's only been 2 touches off this trend line on the daily. Definitely look for that. Your first target, if you get in, I'm pretty sure price is going to push down a little bit into that zone. My first target would be around this area. So I'm looking for price to at least come down to here, maybe even here. Reasonably, that's where you try to enter to 200 pips for the first target. Depending on how it reacts around this level, it was here for a couple days. Yeah, depending on how it moves past this level, you could possibly look to take this up to here. However, I think you'll still face a little bit of traffic in this area as well. I believe it's about 100 pips out, 150 pips out. Yeah, so that's reasonable. These would be my first 2 areas I'm looking for. As far as seeing a setup for a reversal, just because I'm shooting this right now, I can't see anything at the moment. I don't think it'll happen at this moment I'm recording it, but I do think this week it'll happen. There's no news coming out for Brexit for a while, so I believe they're also on recess, so they're not even voting on anything right now. So that would give it a good month to, I think all the way through the month of August. That'll give it a good month to kind of rest from the fundamentals at least. But see, you could have a nice continuation pattern here. Yeah, I would just keep my eye on it, see how it acts around here. What is this level? This 126.6 level, yeah, 126.5 level, you can say. I would wait to see how price reacts around this area, and then make a decision if you're going to continue going short or if we see a reversal pattern. On to gold. Basically, my analysis is it's going up in some form or fashion. It's going up. A lot of continuation patterns. I think that might be one of the better ways to trade gold due to this consolidation. This consolidation alone right here was a mess. It had people up and down 200 pips range. So look for continuation patterns on gold. There was one here. This one kind of turned into one. It was looking like a double top at first, but it came back here and kind of made a continuation pattern. But down on the 1 hour, actually, I saw another good one. Or was it 30-minute? Yeah, somewhat like the 30-minute. Probably 15. Yeah, it was a 15. So you get a big move up. This is your pull. This is the flag. Then you get another move. This is the pull. This is the flag, and it bounces out of the flag. And on up for this has to be about 60, 80 pips, and 1 hour. So just look for these types of wedges, consolidation. This one was kind of a fake out for people. Remember, you need a flag pole at the top too. You can't just have a wedge like this. And gold actually does move like this a lot, where it does a big drop and then it comes back up. So just keep your eye on these wedges and these types of flag formations. Same thing here. You can kind of see it. You can see the flag or the wedge itself. You get a breakout, but you don't get a breakout past your original wedge. and then now that becomes the true breakout right here, I guess. So yeah, and watch this. It looks like it's on the 15. Probably just a quick pullback for a minute going into Asian session. So I also have another level up here of where it could possibly be going to. Start looking for reversals. Again, I had to pull this just like GBPJPY. I had to pull it from all the way over here. This is in 2011, December. So I took the structure over here as previous resistance, or I guess it hasn't even been proven to be a resistance level yet, but a previous support level. It was kind of played a role as resistance right here for a little bit, but this is on the weekly, by the way, so I can assure you'll either see a blow pass right through this zone, it'll either blow through this zone sharply and then just come back down and start retesting it, or you'll see just 1 week where you'll get a extreme high and then a few days of pullback and then the same thing over and over again for a while. But let's just keep an eye on it, especially on the 4 hour. Just look for the market to kind of slow down any extremes, try to get in on those extreme highs and ride it back down. And definitely keep securing long positions if you can to hold on to as well. So next target, at least I would say 1530. And then this 1543 level is just my weekly level that I found. But the 1530 is probably within this week. Yeah, another 120 pips. Just because it just finished a continuation pattern last week. This week is the beginning of the continuation pattern breaking out. So we'll see a move of at least another 500 pips, 400 pips outside of this. Yeah, yeah, I can see this 1543 level giving us trouble looking at the weekly. Yeah, so let's just keep our eyes on that. And again, look on the lower time frames for reversal patterns. Um, anything that can show a reversal. Cool. Well, that's my weekly analysis. Hope to see you guys soon.